ballistic skills, agility skills, leadership skills, alertness skills, and accuracy skills will become cheaper. Welcome back, continue. And then they'll also gift you items. However, at certain intervals, it'll also allow you to learn a new type of henchman or a new type of hero. In the case of Cutthroat Den, once I get to rank 4, I can hire Dark Souls. Now I can already hire Dark Souls, so that's not that important. But at 5th rank, I can hire Night Runners, which are a Skaven hero, which is pretty cool. With the Black Pit Settlement, it's the various skills. At rank 4, I can hire Warp Guard, which are a Skaven henchman. And at 5th level, I can hire mutants. Because I can already hire mutants, it's not really a big deal. So I got to kind of decide which one I want to build up my reputation with. If I rank up Black Pit Settlement, I'll be able to get Warp Guard henchmen, which really don't interest me that much. I mean, I admit I haven't played them, so I don't know what their capabilities are. But getting Night Runners is going to be pretty cool because they're really, really fast. So ideally, I'd like to rank up my Cutthroats Den to rank 5 in reputation. That's going to take a long time, though. To get to rank 1, I have to send them 100 Wordstone, 100 pounds of Wordstone. And then it goes up with each rank. So it's going to take a long time to get there. But getting there should be worth it. They'll also give me access to oil bombs and elven wine eventually, and smelling salts, which really aren't that useful. Oil bombs are awesome. I don't know what elven wine does. Oil bombs are basically an area effect weapon. You can throw them. They cause flames on the ground. Elven wine, my guess is that it will probably give you a skill buff of some sort. I get enchantment packs as well. Carnage, accuracy, escape, and deflection. I don't know what any of those do. I could probably look them up. But getting any sort of enchantment is good, really. Book of Training. I don't know what these do either, but those sound like they would be cool. So yeah, there's the 3 factions here. There is a little bit of a blurb for each faction. Because I'm going to go with Cutthroat Den, I might as well read their blurb. So we can all learn a little bit more about them. If there was any law in Cutthroat's Den, it is that of strength. In this scumland of villainy, fights are frequent and brutal. Thieves and murderers prowl the alleys looking for easy prey. Black marketeers sell anything and everything from the illegal to the profane. The worst outlaws walk the streets openly without fear of reprisal. Only the strong or the desperate venture among the shacks and hovels of this bastion of crime. That sounds just like the sort of place that my warband would like to go to. The Shadow Lord. It's basically the same blurb that I read earlier. Although some people weren't here for that. So, those who have fallen into the darkness are drawn to the forsaken ruins of Mordheim. Here the darkness holds power and offers not merely a refuge for the mutant, the heretic, and the henchman, but purpose as well. The Shadow Lord is a nebulous entity that dwells within the polluted depths of the pit. He extends his favor to the cults who have been drawn to Mordheim, bestowing upon them his dark blessings in return for offerings of Wordstone. Okay, so it's actually a little different. That's the Smuggler's Den, and that is how the reputation works. Let's move on to do another campaign mission. What do we got here? Horrors of Mordheim. It is the Marked for Death mission. One warband divides into 3 strike teams while the other is scattered randomly around the area scared by something. Poor Wordstone, very poor treasure. We have Walk in the Fog. Wordstone Rush of normal difficulty with average Wordstone level and poor treasure. Each warband deploys in a wide arc from their wagon, far from each other. And then lastly, another Marked for Death. This one is Vision of Dread. One warband deploys tightly around its wagon. Oh, it's the same one as this. Nope. Slightly different. This one is 3 strike teams while this is deployed around the warband. So the deployment is a little bit different. And of all these, I like this one because the average level of Wordstone gives me a greater chance of getting what I need. However, I am going to send out a scout because I haven't done this yet. You can send out up to 3 scouts. Each scout costs double the cost of the previous scout. So the first is 4, the second is 8, the third is 16. Setting out the first scout, he found a new location. This one is a hard difficulty level, and it's pretty much the same as this one, except that the difficulty level is higher, and as such the possible treasure results are better. However, because my characters are all rank 0, I'm not going to do a hard mission. That would just be crazy and suicidal.
Scouts have reported arrival Warband in the vicinity. Before you can find them, a heavy fog settles over the ruins. Unable to pick up the enemy's trail, your warriors deploy from their wagon and spread out to sweep the area in search of your foe.
Alright, so in this case, I'm the one that's set up into 3 strike teams, or 3 patrols, I think it might be, and the opponent should be deployed near his wagon. Kind of like the last mission, but hopefully it won't be Skaven this time. Alright, so the enemy appears to be also a Cult of the Possessed. I do find it a little weird that your warband can fight the same type of warband as enemies. Like, I guess maybe with Skaven and the Cult and the Mercenaries, I could kind of maybe see it. With the Cult, I mean, with all 3, there is obviously going to be rival groups within, maybe. The one that puzzles me is when Sisters of Sigmar have to fight Sisters of Sigmar. They're all on the same mission, they're all from the same place, they all underwent the same training, so it doesn't make sense to me when those 2 groups have to fight against each other. Yeah, that's all I'll say about that. Let's take a look at the map. Oh, okay, so I'm actually deployed. Oh, I think we were both deployed in arcs from our wagon. Where's their wagon? Their wagon's probably like right here. Or maybe right here. Okay, so I'm not in 3 patrols, I'm in wide arc. I'm going to base my deployment on... Oh, there's their wagon, way down here. Okay. I'm going to base my deployment on where I want to go to get the most wordstone quickly, and that appears to be along this area here. However, this might actually be a tall wall. Let's take a look. Okay, no, it's not a wall. Well, it is a wall. It's a wall down, not a wall up. So that's not too bad. So there's some good clusters here and here and here. These ones kind of are in houses. They might be a little bit harder to get. We got a couple over here that I'd like to get. So I think what I'll do is I'll go probably 3 on this side, 2 on this side, and have them meet up down here. When I'm playing Chaos, they tend to be sane. Unless the character has the frenzy skill, in which case I don't have a choice. Okay, so this is the leader. I guess I'll deploy him here. And I'll deploy... Actually, I'm going to deploy the hero on the other side. He'll lead this side. Brethren or... No, I'm going to put one of the brethren over here. I think. Where is he? Wait, where did I deploy that hero? Oh, he's over there. Okay. So yeah, here's good. Alright, that was easy. It gets a little bit more difficult when you've got 8 or 9 guys, because then, well, you got to kind of balance things out so that one group isn't too weak, unless you're like trying to really go heavy on one side. Fortunately, since my opponents are Chaos, we're going to have a lot more even initiative rather than it being heavily one-sided. Alright, so is there a stairs down, or am I going to have to jump? Looks like I'm going to have to jump down. Yeah. There's a break there, and that's it. That's the only place to jump down. So that's fine. Jump down. He fell and took some damage. That sucks. And I won't move any further than this, I think. Yeah, actually. Yeah, we'll go there. I don't want to. I don't want him to get too far ahead of the rest of his support. Now, Cosimo, there's the brethren assigned to him. So just down the block and around the corner. I can grab that one and that one. Have the brethren come this way and grab that one. See how well that works out. Alright. So when you pick up Wordstone,
Objectives updated.
you get a buff or a debuff. It basically it zaps you, and if you fail your roll, a warp effect happens. Sometimes it's positive, usually it's negative. In this case it was negative. It gave me -5 agility, strength, and toughness. Holy cow. Unless that is limited to reducing it to a minimum of 1, he's at like 0 for all of his stats. It's pretty brutal. Alright, that one is probably upstairs. Let's scroll out a bit. Can I see up there? I cannot. So it could be downstairs. I think it's probably easier to check downstairs first. Oh, there it is. Ta-da.
Objectives updated.
And that one was also a negative. -15% decline, leap, and jump down. Brutal. Okay, we'll end with a ambush stance there. Some people swear by ending in dodge stance or parry stance. I am a big fan of ambush stance because quite often getting their first hit in will be the difference between life and death. Especially with my usual group, which is the Sisters of Sigmar. They don't have ranged weapon access, so setting up to charge a nearby archer is usually a good thing. Gather that Wordstone.
Updated.
Another negative, -10% range resistance. That's not so bad. Well, actually, in this battle it might be bad because the enemy has archers. So I think the treasure's in here, but where? Is it downstairs? No, it's upstairs. And I don't know how to get upstairs. So you know what? I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just going to go here and Overwatch stance. Now this guy, now like in a lot of tactical games, you get a bonus to attack with ranged weapons if you're at a higher elevation. So I'm going to leave him up here for that very reason. He can Overwatch, take a shot at any enemy that gets close to my leader down there, and because he's at the higher elevation, he should have he'll get the bonus to hit. I don't know how big the bonus is, but with the way bonuses in this game works, it's probably only about 10%. So the main objective for this is to make the enemy warband rout or push them all out of action. The Wordstone Rush objective, which is an optional objective technically, I have to gather 10% of the Wordstone on the map. If I do that, then I gain 3 extra experience points for all of my characters. Oh, damn it. Trap. Trap resistance was 0%, and I rolled a 91. Yeah, he was not going to be resisting that at all. So he has -25% melee resistance, which is pretty damn awful. Melee resistance and range resistance, by the way, is the non-dodge, non-parry modifiers to avoid being hit. So kind of like an effect, kind of like affecting your armor class if you're a D&D player.